Oh, goodness gracious me, this dragon is creepy. I don't know what it is about the cave dragon, but it just rubs me the wrong way. Anyhow, we are here and we have a new boss challenge event to get through. So, this is just like a regular boss challenge event where you've got battles to do, you've got a set amount of elements that you can use, and all that you have to do is beat the opposing dragons. In this case, this terrifying cave dragon. Has this cave dragon changed its design since it was initially released? I feel like it has, unless I'm just going crazy. But you can see there we've just done that battle there, we get a scroll for finishing that. And you'll see that this event gives us the opportunity to get bonus ancient tickets, but also bonus ember stones for completing the first, I believe it's first 3 laps of this event. Because there are technically... The main goal for this event is going to be the seahorse dragon, which you can get for completing 4 laps of the boss challenge event. So you have to do all of the battles that you see here, and then when we beat Ik'Ez at the top, that'll be 1 lap. Then you got to do that another 3 times, and then you'll get yourself the seahorse dragon. But when you beat these major bosses here, like you'll see the Shawnee, the Arcane, and when you do beat the Ik'Ez, then you will get a mini reward of a single ancient ticket, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner. So you will be getting bonus ancient tickets just for beating these mini bosses, and then after you unlock the seahorse dragon, if you complete subsequent laps in the boss challenge event, so that would be lap 5, 6, 7, 8, infinite, then apparently you get about 17 ancient tickets. So just under 20 ancient tickets per lap is what you're going to get for going all the way through this. So, you've got to decide here whether it's going to be worth your efforts to speed through this boss challenge and get ancient tickets through doing the later on laps, or whether you're just going to buy the tickets outright. But another really good way to get ancient tickets, if you're interested, is by buying the stepping stones and getting them through this event instead. There are a lot of different methods that you can use this time to go after ancient tickets, but I very, very, very rarely would ever suggest for you to buy ancient tickets outright. Like you can see here, you've got the option of just buying them. I don't ever recommend doing this because ancient tickets are really expensive. So were divine tickets and all the other special kind of ticket bundles that they release. So I highly suggest not just purchasing them outright. It's always a better idea to look for either special bundles in the special offers table. Like, there are some special offers on right now. For instance, say you really needed Virgo, maybe it would be worth buying this bundle with Virgo in it, because technically you could get 999 gems from 2 on-sale clam with an M, clam subscriptions, which would be like, what, less than $5, and maybe you deem that to be worth it. You've got this bundle here for the seahorse that gives you 17 tickets. It's not a lot of value, but, you know, keep all these things in mind when you're trying to determine what you want to use to get as many tickets as you can, because, you know, the odds are higher this time, so your odds of getting 500 for Pokra are still insanely low, but they are higher than they were for the other dragons, or the big pieces that you can get for these are higher than they were in the other chests, because we get less tickets on average, seemingly. But another method that you can use is also doing the bottomless dungeon. Just like last week, we have another bottomless dungeon, and in this bottomless dungeon you can get ancient tickets again, because if you look at the event page in the top right, you'll see ancient tickets are displayed there. It's a good way of, I guess, working out whether it's actually going to get you some tickets or not. So, along with that, of course, we've got the special dungeon shop. In here, we've got 5 ancient tickets for 150 dungeon currency. Definitely take advantage of that. It's not a lot for dungeon currency. Then we also have a double egg relic, and we've got relics of exploration. And we've also got some gold here in exchange for 20. Now, 20 dungeon tokens isn't a whole lot, but neither is 75,000 gold, so I don't really like that. And now, double egg relics, they're very useful. They're very useful, but the relics only last 12 hours and 450 dungeon tokens. Last week I didn't get a single dungeon token because we were busy taking all of the tickets, and we will be this week as well. So 450 tokens is actually quite a lot, all things considered. But, of course, if you do all of these things together, bottomless dungeon, boss challenge, Dragon's Dice event, you're probably going to be getting yourself a hefty amount of bonus tickets in the long run. But there are ways to get lots and lots and lots and lots of tickets that you should be taking advantage of all of them if you want to give yourself the best chance of getting Pokra. Because Pokra is not going to be a dragon that's going to be handed out to you for free unless you get really lucky, which is just the way that RNG is. But of course, if you want to boost your odds of getting Pokra, you've got to open as many chests as you possibly can, because every time you open the chest, you're going to have the same drop odds. But if you try multiple times with the same odds, you know, if you try and do it 50 times, you've obviously got more of a chance of getting it in the long run than you would if you only did it once. So, don't hope for a miracle, but if you can get 200 pieces of Pokra once, and then maybe you just get like 25 pieces again and again and again, that might be enough. That might be enough to get you what you want to get. So now we've reached the point in the dungeon where it's already sucking because we've got defeat dragon quests, and you know, I say this all the time, defeat dragon quests are the bane of my existence, because ideally we'd want to just, well, we would want to just farm these dragons here on this tier rather than having to defeat stronger dragons. But it is what it is, and there's not an awful lot that we can do about it. So we're just going to have to do what the quest asks for us to do. But, you know, we've been through the dungeon so many times at this point, I hope it will make sense now. That ideally, if you want to try and farm as many points as you possibly can, you would want to get a defensive main dragon and 2 weaker dragons. Like in this instance, we always use Nezha because he's got earth and he has water, and he also has the buffing skill of divine. Nezha is a really good dragon for all of this, but depends on the dragon that you want to use. But aggressive dragons aren't good at farming the early tier dragons. They're good for defeating dragons and pushing up your bonus, or your KO bonus, I should say, but they don't let you farm in the early tiers. So that's why defensive dragons have always been, since the new bottomless dungeon came out, they've been considered like the pick. Realistically, you want to have normally 2 aggressive dragons to get you through the main map, and then 1 defensive dragon is now seemingly the better option. I mean, you realistically only need 1 aggressive dragon to get you through the main map, so you could have 1 super high damage aggressive dragon and then 2 really defensive ones. But that's if we're talking optimally. Most people aren't super optimal in DML anyway. You know, do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever makes you happy. So now I've got defeat 2 dragons using a weak attack, and again, this isn't easy, because these dragons here, they are level 115 and our dragon is level 100 base, so defeating these dragons with a weak attack is quite hard sometimes because we just don't do any damage. But I think we'll get through it for now. We'll get this quest over and done with. You know, 500 on the first reset could be worse. You know, we could get 100 points and that's it, and get like 0 stepping stones, which means we don't get any chests to open. But the other main thing that's going to help you with getting lots and lots and lots of tickets in the bottomless dungeon is logging in every 6 hours. Some people can't log in every 6 hours and then it puts their dungeon progress behind. There's not a lot you can do about that. But like most things in DML, the thing that is going to carry you the hardest is just logging in frequently. It just is what it is. Because they make it very difficult to log in as frequently as you need to. Because you basically have to have no life if you want to be fully optimal in this game. You have to have 0 life whatsoever. And for people that have anything to do in their day, obviously that's not always feasible. So, just do whatever you can, I guess. Rather than trying to worry about it too much, being super optimal with all these different events, just do whatever you can. Get as many points as you possibly can with the dragons and the teams that you have and the time that you have available. And don't feel too bad about it. Anyway, that takes us to about 11 attacks remaining, so when we come and do the next reset for this in 10 minutes time, then we will be able to get that one finished straight away. I do like the change that they made it so that you can pretty much do it over and over and over again. Hang on, why is there no ticket here? Why is there no ticket here? I thought we were to have a special dungeon week this week again. Is it not guaranteed in every chest this time? I am unsure, my friends. I am unsure. But we're definitely supposed to be having ancient tickets in here. I know that we are. Well then. I guess we will take the dungeon tokens for now and, is it broken? Am I broken? Have I been told the wrong things? I don't know. I can't quite work it out. But, you know, we're definitely supposed to have tickets in this event, so keep that in mind. It's like last week, where at the beginning it just wasn't working for whatever reason. So, we'll see. It's the problem with DML. You never know if anything's a bug or whether it's intentional or not. It's like, is it a bug? Should I be taking advantage of this, or will I get done in by the DML police for taking advantage? It's difficult to know. Very difficult to know. But regardless, we are supposed to be getting tickets out of this, so what I said was not wrong, but it seems the event's a little bit busted at the moment. But make sure you're logging in for your boss challenge events as well, because remember, boss challenge has really, really low timers at the beginning of the event, and then it gets to 2 hours is the normal cap limit. When you've done like your first full lap, then they will get bumped up to 2 hours between them. So keep that in mind. And of course, if you've got your Virgo and Molim dragons, you can also try and breed for the legendary Arcane. I don't even want to look at him. I love this dragon, but I don't even want to look at him because they've released him in such an awful way. There are so many other ways they could have brought out this beautiful, beautiful boy, but they choose to do him in this way. I'm so salty about it. 100% salty. Not a happy girl. But, seems like DML's crashed. So, I suppose I'll leave you there. Clearly, there we go. Clearly, we've got a few event issues going on. Maybe server hiccups and things like that. So, let's hope it eases off a bit for now. But, make sure you're logging in for these events. Hope that we don't get any rollbacks. And, for now, good luck with opening all of your ancient chests.